Hey, what's up, everybody? I am just doing a quick live video because I really haven't had a whole lot of time to do much this past couple of weeks. I'm taking a quick break here on the grass, just kind of worn out, and I'm going to show you why. We'll be back doing some, turf-related things and getting into the excitement coming up of the GIE, which is coming very soon. We're only 5 weeks away. Hey, Mark, how you doing? I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a tour on what's kind of kept me away from the front of the camera for the last little while. It's kind of fun, but it's been a lot of work. And I'm just going to walk through the Enchanted Forest. This is my trees and such, and give you kind of a quick tour of what's going on around here, starting with some of the waste and debris that you see behind me. I am on the full midst of a remodel on my home, doing a significant amount of the work myself, trying to accomplish a lot of things here. Some of today's task is ripping down the porno rock that was on there. Yes, I did say that because it was disgusting, and I'll show you what that was. Something I never really appreciated when I bought this house and always needed to get rid of it. That's this stuff right here. It's not even real rock. So, in an effort to get rid of the fakeness around here, that's what's going on. So I'm just going to give you a tour. Check this out. You are now entering into what's going to be a new half bathroom. It was just a hallway with a big closet going in back there. That's all ripped out. And see behind me here, started tearing into this kitchen area as well, opening up a big cavity here where I've got a 48-inch fridge going. Pretty excited about that. All these cabinets and everything behind me getting ripped out. It's going to continue down the line here. We had to do a full massive fireplace came out of this. I'd been trying to work around that for a long time. That's been all ripped out. All of these doors, windows, and trim and all this kind of fun stuff is getting this color onto it right here in about a week's time. Getting rid of all this sort of old pine look that's here, but basically opening up to catch this view, which is what I like to look at on a daily basis out there. And you can see the canyons side of the ski area, the Park City ski area behind me, and there'll be a huge window going in here so that I'll actually see all the way to Deer Valley also. All of this is getting opened up even larger to get to the front door. Big changes being made. Took out some columns on the main beam, and this is just what I've been doing in my quote-unquote spare time that I've had here since I haven't been traveling a little bit. Shoring up a lot of stuff here. Take you back down another way if you guys are interested in this. This whole bathroom is getting gutted here next week as well. Spare bedroom for any of those people who've gotten to come out here and hang out with me for a week and ski. It's getting closed off from the bathroom with a nice big closet that's going in. And I'm trying to do all of this in about 7 weeks' time. It's absolutely crazy, but I have had my hands on it pretty much the whole time. Already got my wood floors delivered down here, loaded up. It's my house is an absolute disaster, so I haven't really had a whole lot of time to talk about grass. So you guys have me for a few minutes here. If there's anything you want to throw up, make a comment. Don't throw up. That's disgusting. Any questions you have about what you're doing, go ahead and ask. It's a good time. I'd love to answer what I can while we're sitting here. And I'm not breathing the sheetrock dust and the significant amount of organic mouse fertilizer that I found under my fireplaces. Yeah. I think somebody just said, let's see that lawn. If I'd been around enough to take care of it this year, let me show you something. Yesterday, I think I put on my second application of 002 of the year. That's all it's had, aside from a dose of aerate. Now, what I did this year was not water until almost, I don't know, July. Reason being I was traveling a lot. So the lawn took a pretty good beating. And I'll kind of give you an example here. See if I can flip the camera around of what's happening here. it's doing pretty well. The color's off a bit, but I don't really have a whole lot of grass and haven't really had a whole lot of time. What's up, Jake? Looking forward to seeing you at the GIE. But the crazy thing about this grass here, this is all Kentucky Blue. It is purely on micros this year. Yeah, like I said, I put a little bit of air raid on it. It's getting watered by hand. There's no sprinkler system here. So it just kind of gets it when I tell it that it can. It's pretty ridiculous how thick it grows, the color, and kind of how everything works in here. And it still doesn't have any weeds. And now the crazy thing about that is this. I'm going to show you just over here. If you look under here under where my kids play, well, sorry, pull that back up. Flip this around. There are weeds in the blank spaces where there was never grass planted. But there is not a weed in this lawn. Not anywhere. It just doesn't happen, and it has never had any weed control on it whatsoever. So that's pretty cool. I don't really get to take care of my grass like I take care of everybody else's. It's kind of the thing. The painter's house always needs painting. So it's remarkable how well it's holding up with just what I'm putting it through, because I'm really stressing this thing out in a big way. It will now not have had any nitrogen aside from rainfall and snow since June of 17. June of 2017 was the last time this had any nitrogen on it, and that was in the form of 1801. That's the last time that's had it. So in the time that I've lived here at this house, so there's 3 full summers on this lawn that I've had it. It has had a total of 1/3 of a pound of nitrogen. That's it. And it grows long, and it grows dark, and I only feed it a couple of times a year. And it's not in the best growing conditions. This slope is west facing. In the summertime, this gets really hot. It cooks. You can see I'm in the shade right now. I've got this line of spruce trees behind me. So the tiny home that for a while was my office, now when I go out of town, there's actually somebody who lives inside this place on my property, and takes care of my animals and stuff. It's kind of cool. So that was when I was working from home. I had my little separate space. I had a big commute, as you can see behind me. Here it is over my shoulder. It was like 70 feet over there to the back. And I had to go past that body of water, the hot tub, and try to not get into it every day. I'm just saying, that's the way it is. So what I'm doing here and trying to show, and if I had a shovel up here, maybe I could actually dig down and show you some of this soil in here, is how this particular ground is kind of just being nurtured by not doing anything. So, yeah, that's exactly what that was. So anyway, that's really it. That's what's happening on this grass here. Now, these trees, you can see, I want to just show you something right here. I haven't fed them. I didn't feed them this year. A lot of this came from late frost, is what this is on here. Kind of shocked back some of the new growth. But I used to go through and feed these on a regular basis, but they're growing so tightly together, I'm actually going to have to thin a lot of this out. Now, when I initially moved into this home 3 years ago, there were probably, I probably took out 30 trees in this back section, okay? Like through here. I thinned this whole thing out. It was so overgrown and so thick that it just, you couldn't see through it. The light wouldn't get through it. So I came through and took all the dead out and kind of gave it a little space. And now that, you know, my kids call it the Enchanted Forest, which is what they kind of walk through here, and they pull the apples down, and, you know, there's cherry trees in here and stuff like that. So we get some pretty good fruit. But you can see this is something I'm not happy about from sort of a horticultural view, is how close these trees are planted together. Okay, this is no bueno. Now look, going up here, see how much is just not able to grow until it gets to the very top? So, you know, you got to go through here and limb these out on a regular basis because there's not enough light. These guys are competing in here and everything gets weak. Now, a lot of the aspen trees, when they start to really come and clump together, one of the things that we get around here is Cytospora, and it takes out these aspen trees, and it's this sort of orange caking. I'll show you that right here. That's what this is. This is a Cytospora, and it will kill the trees. And when they touch the other aspen trees, it ends up taking them out as well. So a lot of the times you see this on trees that were planted, not naturally. When you go into the woods and you actually see it, that's a little bit of a different story. I mean, it's starting to, it'll wipe out big sections of aspen trees, and it just works its way down here. This is a Swedish aspen, grows in a column. See, it's got it right here too. So a lot of that is this overcrowding. Stuff is kind of bunching together, and it's not my favorite. The front is really not a whole lot different either. Kind of smells like an old car tire after the rain. That's very funny. Depending on which product, I don't know if everybody's had a chance to just go through that. The first thing anybody does ever, they like to smell products. I don't know what's up with people that like to do that. It's like, what is this? What does this smell like? It smells like nails, it smells like dirt, it smells like this, it smells like that. You never really know. So I'm gonna walk you down to the front here real quick as well. So this is coming down the backside. You can see here, now I live in the high desert. This is a significant amount of trees, and I don't water them much. I like them to kind of compete for what they need. I'm gonna turn around here. These are all on my property as well. My boys hanging out. So these I also thinned out all through the spruce trees, thinned out some cottonwoods, and these have taken off like crazy. Now, see, here's a dead one in here, same type of thing. That can catch that Cytospora. You can see how everything turned black on this cottonwood tree. That one's got to come out now. I had a couple of them in here that died just because we had a couple fall springs. Big Swedish aspen like this one. Had 2 of them die here last year because they started to bud in February, which is not supposed to happen. And they died like that. It was like, I guess they just decided it was their time. So, you know, again, a lot of this stuff here, I don't bother with feeding or spraying on a regular basis. If I see something that looks sick or it's challenged in some way, I will. Like this Austrian over here had some issues near the top last year. It was mainly like a wind burn. That one got some treatments. That thing's going crazy. Now it's shading my driveway, which is too icy in the wintertime. I'm gonna have to do something like that. Anyway, updates. That's it. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick share, let you know that I'm still out here and around, just very much busying myself trying to get this house done and put back together by Halloween, which is a massive undertaking. So, enjoy the view. I know I do. Reach out if you have any questions. Answers at Lawncology. If you have application questions, whatever, reach out, okay? I'd love to help, do everything I can. I appreciate all you guys watching, using the products, everything you're doing out there. It's awesome. So I'll talk to you all real soon. Thank you. And I'm gonna see how to turn this off. See you guys.